Do feel welcome in my humble abode.
Oh, he's even got out the buffet table. Elt, so nice to see you again. Humble. The ceiling was high and sporting an extravagant chandelier. I wasn't an expert on furniture, but it all looked finely made and expensive. Is this considered a humble building in the depths?
He's just being modest. Right, Elkreed?
Just so. The Valentines are very wealthy. We have several residences like this one.
I see. Elkreed Valentine. He's an unusual man. His humility had immediately evaporated. I don't think he's exaggerating, though. The people had seemed deeply in awe of him. I felt fairly sure that he had a powerful position in their society. He's a banker.
What brings you to the depths today? It's a long journey just to take a walk.
I'd like to know that, too.
I'm looking for someone. I'm not sure if he exists, though.
I see. What's his name?
Yeah. Ferry. He knows of a ferry.
Arson Climb Ferry. Have you heard of him?
Arson Climb. That's an odd name. I've never heard of him. In this version of events. Elkreed shook his head.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know anybody by that name. However, I have someone who might. If you could wait here, I will call him.
Wait here?
Don't be alarmed. I would never restrict the movement of His Holiness. There is food and drink over there. It isn't poisoned. I will be back in a moment.
He's gone. He had a reason to leave, however vague. Can we really trust him?
We have to. We're sitting ducks over here anyway.
Sitting ducks? Hey, Saint Yune!
What?
You know what? Why are you eating?
He said we could eat. The cookies are good. Do you want some too?
I'll pass. I will not eat mystery food.
It's not mystery food. It's a cookie. You're a very suspicious person.
You're just incredibly unguarded. Girl, nothing can kill him. After 400 years of everything that's been trying to kill you, it just evaporates into nothingness. I would be pretty unguarded too and just be like, yo, what's this thing? I'll stuff it in my mouth. If it doesn't turn to dust, probably safe to eat.
This one is pretty good too. Mellow and rich. The depths make nice stuff.
We should stay down here. What do you think? I'm sure the depths would be very happy to have you. Maybe you can have a more active role in society than in the heights. Bread, chocolate, muffins. Saint Yune was working his way through all food in the room. Something must be wrong with his stomach, right? He was small and slender, almost feminine in build, but he could eat a lot. Where does it go in his body? It's so weird. Just looking at him filled my stomach and I grimaced. Then I remembered the person he had asked for. Arson Climb Ferry. It had an odd ring. I'd never heard either the first or the last name before. I wonder who that is. Saint Yune was the head of state in our country. If he ordered someone to come to him, I was sure most would be honored to attend. Who could be important enough to force him to come to them? Saint Yune.
Yeah? Do you finally feel like eating?
No, I hope this question will not incur his anger. I chose my words carefully, paying close attention to his reaction. I'm surprised that you have acquaintances in the depths.
Well, I guess so. If you want to call him an acquaintance.
I could infer that the relationship was complicated. I was relieved that my decision to ask hadn't been wrong and waited for more.
maybe it's to be expected, but the estate here is pretty different from what you'd find in the Heights. Not just this estate. The whole town. It all feels so... new, compared to the Heights.
New? Saint Yune nodded and continued.
The Heights managed to avoid the flood. The buildings, the culture, and our way of life is largely a relic of that era. But the depths isn't like that. The flood destroyed almost everything. The few people who survived had to create a new culture. This city here is the result of that. It's different from what we know, but very interesting.
Saint Yune. Saint Yune spoke the same way he always did, but when I listened to him I had the feeling he was sad. I wasn't sure how to reply. I was relieved when the opening of a door made my response irrelevant. Cue the jazz music? Perhaps Elcreed has come back. Elcreed. Nope. It's our beautiful boy. Sundari boy. A young man appeared, about as tall as I was. He said nothing, glaring at me. Who is this? Straightening myself up, I asked for his name. The man ignored me and looked at Saint Yune. A pleasure as always. Are you the one looking for arson climb?
Yes. Who are you?
A mutual acquaintance.
Really? You know him?
Saint Yune's voice is trembling. It hadn't been long since I'd started working for him, but I'd never seen him so nervous. Yeah, somewhat.
I see. Can you tell him that I'm here? My name is...
Yune Sekie. You're famous or something. I know who you are.
I see. Finally, I found him. Please let me see him.
All right, but I have a condition. You have to prove that you're Sekie. What? Why? He's obviously Saint Yune. Maybe to someone from the Heights, but the saint abandoned us here in the depths. Most people think he doesn't even exist and is just a legend. So you'll have to prove it. I won't lead you to arson climb until you can show me some proof.
Okay, I will. Cyrus, the time has come. Attack me with that sword.
Can't you just show him that you have an actual lock in your chest, sir? I don't want to die right now. But if I do that...
You will be wounded and perhaps die. But that's the only way to show him who I am. Let's go.
The man who had attacked Saint Yune in the temple hallway had been torn apart by glass shards. The man who had tried to shoot Saint Yune in the depths had lost an arm. So how will it end for me? What's going to happen? Of course I had known that I was going to die eventually, but now that the time was perhaps close, my hands trembled. I wanted to somehow dodge my fate and desperately try to find a solution. Maybe I can convince the other man to have this order belayed. Good luck with that. I looked up and opened my mouth. The miracles of the saint, loved by the world, ending those who try to harm him. Fascinating. I'm a busy man. Get going. He wasn't going to help. Despair washed over me.
I saved you so you would kill me. Do your job.
I promised him I would do it. That was the only reason I was allowed to live in the Heights. I was prepared for it. There was no reason to hesitate. In theory, at least. My hands won't stop shaking. This is ridiculous. My mind was calm and prepared, but my body was failing in the face of death.
Are you afraid?
No, I'm fine. I closed my eyes and steadied my breathing. If I'm going to die, I hope it's over in a flash. Saint Yune wasn't going to dodge my attack. If I made no mistake, the attack was going to hit him. Look, it's easy. I can do it. Besides, I'd been expecting an unnatural death when I joined the police. That's unfortunate. It was coming for me earlier than I'd been expecting, but there was no reason to fear it. My parents were already dead. I had nothing left to lose. Very well, Saint Yune. Apologies.
That's enough!
I twitched at that loud voice. Elkreed rushed to me as I stood motionless.
What are you doing in my house? Ulrich, explain yourself.
What? Why do I have to?
You're the only reason I can think of why she would draw her sword on Saint Yune. Am I wrong?
The young man called Ulrich made a face.
I just told that guy to prove he's Sekie. That's all.
I can vouch for him. I saw the saint's miracle earlier.
And?
And what? I said I'll vouch for him.
What? And you think that's enough? Why do you always assume everyone has to trust what you say? You're an idiot, Elt.
Maybe I am. Will you still trust my judgment, Ulrich?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he knew who Arson Climb is.
Is that a rare name?
Yes. Only those close to him would know his name in the Heights.
Close to him, huh? That would have to include Saint Yune then, I thought.
Come on now. Don't sully my room.
Elkreed flicked the young man's forehead. Ya baka.
Ouch! What was that for? None of this is my fault.
At any rate, please sheathe your sword.
Thank you, Elt. Saint Yune.
It's all right. Sheathe it. I cancel my order.
All right.
Good. I don't want to file a security report.
Was that the problem here?
The problem is there's not enough pasta, and I've been talking to you guys for like 10 minutes already.
Elkreed, who is that?
Oh, you didn't introduce yourselves? Ulrich?
Not necessary.
It is. Go on.
Ulrich.
You're such a little kid.
Shut up, honestly. Just shut up. I don't talk about myself for a reason.
His name is Ulrich. He's 18. Height is 168 centimeters. He likes sandwiches, but mostly eats candy. He likes reading. He can sleep anywhere he wants.
Hey, Elt, what are you doing?
You were putting on airs.
What? Man. Idiot. You idiot.
Ulrich made a sullen face and walked away briskly. You neglected to mention his last name is Ferry. What's wrong with him? I didn't know what to say to that idiotic exchange. Damn. All I could do was watch.
Oh no!
What is it? Have you lost your mind at last?
What happened to the chocolate I left here?
That was yours? Sorry, I ate it.
What? That was a really rare one. I left it for later.
Can you miracle it back, perhaps?
I can't miracle it back, no.
You heard the man, Ulrich. Give up on it. I'll buy you more chocolate.
Shit.
Ulrich, stop this use of foul language in front of His Holiness. At the very least, use a more polite word.
A more polite word.
for shit. Look, is that really what we should be focusing on
What is this?
I had the feeling it was never going to end. Seeing my chance, I interrupted their conversation. Can I ask about the man St. Yune is looking for?
Oh, right. I'm very sorry for allowing myself to be so distracted. Ulrich, if you would.
Oh man, I really don't wanna.
I hope you can find it in yourself somehow.
Fine. Alright. Arson Climb is gone. He died a long time ago. There's no grave, no remains.
What? You said you know him, you liar.
Listen to me, okay? I'm his descendant. My name is Ulrich Ferry. I'm Arson Climb's last living descendant.
Really? You don't look like him at all.
Arson Climb lived a couple of 100 years ago. Of course I don't. You look like you did back then, though.
How do you know?
My ancestors left me records that describe Yune Sekie. His face, the way he talks.
Then why did he have to prove his identity?
The resemblance was too striking. It made me suspicious. So, Yune Sekie. The man who ran away from Arson Climb and the Ferries to escape to the Heights. What do you want?
Ulrich.
He's right. Don't reproach him. I abandoned them.
What do you mean?
The Ferries and I go way back. I don't know who my parents were. I was found abandoned by the roadside. The man who took me in was Ferry. He researched rocks and minerals. From him I learned about mechanical technology. He was like a father to me.
No way, so that's your connection.
Keisha had a son of his own blood as well. His name was Arson Climb. I was more knowledgeable about rocks and minerals, but his knowledge of mechanical technology was far superior. Society was making great strides in mining and excavation at the time, so our research was prosperous. It was a wonderful time with a lot of synergies between these two fields. I was completely engrossed in our research as well, and spent my time with the others in the mines, hoping to find new minerals that could be useful for humankind. But we didn't realize that the air inside the mines was poisonous. It slowly started to kill Keisha and me. Keisha died. My heart became weaker and weaker every day, but I still continued my research, even when I could no longer sit up. And one day...
Hi, Yune. How are you doing?
Pretty good today. Not a single spasm yet.
That's good. I have something I want to show you.
This rock... Wait, is that the one the book... Yes, here it is. Milky color, glowing in rainbow colors when placed under light. Warm to the touch. Quartz. You found the Stone of God!
Yes. The miners found it. We can sell it to a collector and put the money towards your treatment. You'll live a little longer.
Arson Climb. You don't have to do that. I'll die sooner or later anyway.
No, I want to use it for you. You're the only family I have left now that our father is gone.
Can you let me have it then? I want to research it, even if it's the last thing I do. I want to finish this person's treatise on quartz. Arson Climb agreed, and I researched the quartz stone. It was a strange stone. It pulsed at regular intervals, similar to the human heart. It almost seemed alive. And one day, I had a dream.
That your heart was replaced with quartz?
Yune! Yune! Answer me!
Who's calling for me?
Oh, good. Finally I can talk to you. I am Sekie, the stone of God which you touch every day.
What? Wait, the stone started talking to you? Did you merge with a godstone? Whoa. This is blowing my mind right now. So, I guess that makes sense. He's not Yune Fairy, and he didn't know who his parents were. Yune Sekie. Huh.
The stone of... No way. Minerals aren't sentient.
Ordinarily, no. But I am. I can't speak or move like humans do, but I am sentient, and I have power. I also know that your death is nigh.
I suppose I knew that much.
There is no way to avoid it as you are now. But Yune, you frail, beautiful child, I can save you.
Really? Why would you save me, though?
Because you love us.
Love.
The love of the world. Yune loved the stone. Love's a big theme. Interesting.
Yes. Human beings are mostly using us, the minerals, like coal or iron for profit or advancing their society. But you are different. You treat us with care. You want to understand us, even if it costs you your life. I want to give something back in gratitude. That's my wish. To thank you for the love you show minerals. You don't want to live.
I want to live. I have so much left to do. I don't even understand you yet, Sekie. I don't want to die with all that unfinished.
I see. To escape certain death, payment must be made in kind. You will have to give up something very significant. Will you still proceed?
Yes, I don't mind. Anything is better than dying.
Very well. I will tell you what to do. Together we will live forever, my beloved Yune.
The next day, I explained to Arsencline what Sekie had told me to do. Bury the stone inside my heart.
No way, Yune. I won't accept that. You're too weak. Surgery would kill you.
And if we don't, I die as well. I know that I don't have long. I want you to try it. Combine your knowledge of mechanical engineering with my knowledge of minerals to fashion a replacement heart. Arsencline joined my research. Research is an exaggeration. We were just doing what Sekie told us. Finally, we finished a machine that could support the human heart. We convinced a physician to replace my heart with the machine we had built. The result is, as you see before you. My health returned and I never had to fear death again.
Okay, so I was on the right track that Ulrich's ancestor had built this machine. Like, whatever the lock went to save Yune. But I had no idea he had a stone, a sentient stone, in his chest now. And that's where the Sekie part comes in. Huh.
Sekie also never appeared in my dreams again. I don't know why Sekie doesn't talk to me anymore, but I like to think it's because she's inside of me now.
Oh, it's a she. Interesting.
Anyway, that's how I became immortal.
I didn't know any of that.
Of course not. The people only need to know me as a saint. There's no reason to venerate a man of flesh and blood. But, you know, I'm tired of being a saint. I'm tired of being inhuman. I've lived for so long. I just want to be at peace now. Everyone I knew died and left me behind. Even after centuries, that pain lingers. Even when I try to be alone, people keep swarming about. I just want it to end. But my body won't let it. For some miraculous reason, nobody can harm me. Not even I can. I used to think this technology gave me happiness. But when I opened the lid on this box, it was nothing but horror.
Saint Yune. Now I understood why he wanted me to kill him. I'm wondering, like, was the rock, the godstone or whatever, Sekie? Was Sekie telling the truth? Or was it a parasite that's been using him all this time? Did something go wrong with the operation? Still got questions. Some things were answered. I love how we're, like, getting progressive answers. There's not a lot of time where you're just left, like, wondering and waiting for stuff to be revealed. It's just naturally progressing, which is really good. Saint Yune feels lonely. Saint Yune was loved by the people. He was our highest sovereign. I'd never thought he could be lonely. He lost the people he loved, and all he was left with was grief. I suffered so much after just losing my parents. Saint Yune had lived through the same pain numerous times. I couldn't imagine what it must have felt like. The weight of his desire to see an end to it hurt my soul.
That's why I asked her to kill me. To atone for her crime.
Her crime?
Yes. Cyrus killed her parents. In her, I saw the capacity for atrocity and asked her to kill me.
Killed your parents? Really? I wanted to deny it, but that would have made everything very complicated. We shouldn't deviate from what Saint Yune is talking about. I don't matter right now. Aw, Cyrus, you matter.
But my body is a little special. As you can see, she hasn't killed me yet.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's a difficult request. If it were easy to kill me, I'd be long gone. I was thinking about whether there's a way to do it, and I remembered the key. We locked the contraption in my chest with a key when we made it. I wasn't feeling quite right after surgery, so Arsencline was in possession of it. Perhaps the machine can be stopped using that key, and if the machine stops, I might die. So here I am, trying to get the key from Arsencline.
I see. Yes, that's a sufficient explanation. Ulrich, do you have an idea?
Nope, none at all. Ulrich? I'm not trying to wind you up or anything. I really don't know. I don't have it. Maybe it got swept away when Sekie abandoned the Ferries to the flood. I mean, you were the one who ditched Arsencline and ran away to the Heights. I don't see why I have to help you. I really don't have to. Maybe being this immortal abomination is your punishment for leaving him down here.
Ulrich, mind your words.
It's all right. He's right, you know.
Some kind of saint you are. You're just a traitor who abandoned us here. You're wasting your time here. Get lost. I don't want to see you again.
Ulrich.
Yeah?
I never expected Arsencline to be alive. I was surprised anyone at all survived the flood. I was afraid of seeing with my own eyes that he and all his family were gone, so I didn't come down here for 400 years. But today I came. I know he's gone. He wasn't immortal. But his legacy is still alive, and that makes me very happy. I don't care what you think about me. I'm glad to have met you as his descendant.
Ulrich.
I'm sorry. He severely lacks manners, and he's in an eternally rebellious mood.
He probably has the key and knows where it is, but he's just being rebellious, as you say.
It's all right. I'm glad I saw him. I didn't expect much to come from this visit. I thought the flood had cleared it all away, that everyone I knew had died. But they hadn't. Many people lost their lives, but enough survived to build this great city. They pulled through, and Arsene Klein was with them and left a family behind. The capacity of human beings to survive is incredible. That's ironic, coming from someone kept alive by a false heart.
It is. Oh, look how late it is. Time passes ever so swiftly.
Nice segue, Elt.
Yes. I'm hungry.
What? You just ate.
That was then, and this is now. We talked a lot, and now I'm hungry.
Saint Yune.
I will arrange for dinner then. Incidentally, I invite you two to spend the night here.
Well, definitely not return to the Heights. I think Yune is enjoying his time here immensely. Meh, we don't have anything to get back in a hurry to. Elt's like the king of romance, too. He can guide us in the way we should smooch, Yune. Yeah. Thank you very much. I would love that.
Excellent, excellent. Dinner will be wonderful, I can tell.
Can I request something for dinner?
Saint Yune!
Why not? How often are we going to get a chance to eat something from the depths? I'm not going to let this chance slip by.
I don't mind. I also rarely have the chance to serve a saint. Let me serve you the best I have.
I'm very sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Because you're showing no restraint at all.
I will send word to the hounds that you will return tomorrow.
Do you have contact with the hounds?
A little. We were born in different places and we live in different places, but we border on each other in the depths. We can't ignore each other. It's a little complicated, but we also provide assistance sometimes.
I see. That's fascinating.
Is it? Well, we can talk about it over dinner. I'm also rather interested in life in the Heights. I would like to ask about that later.
I was waiting for Yune to say, I request pasta, please.
I ate so much, but it wasn't enough.
Don't you feel sick after eating so much?
No, never. My stomach is limitless.
I see. Would you like me to have more brought?
Can you?
No, he can't.
Why are you answering for him?
Because otherwise this never ends. Elcreed, let this end here.
That's regrettable. I wanted to see how much he could eat.
Yeah, same.
Absolutely not.
Meanie.
Now don't pout. She's just become his mom. In like 4 days, she's like, now young mister, your manners. Mind yourself. You're a guest. And a saint. And on top of it all.
You know, you don't seem like a saint when you behave like this. And I mean that in a good way. It's cute.
Cute, huh? In the Heights, that would be a lèse majesté.
I sincerely apologize for my transgression. Well, that concludes our dinner. I will show you to the visitors' rooms.
Thank you very much. Saint Yune, what are you doing?
I found some candy. I'm thinking about eating it.
No, don't. Let's go. You already ate Ulrich's chocolate.
Fine. Alright.
Hey, it's our old room.
This is your room, Saint Yune. Cyrus, yours is the room across the hallway. I need to work now, so you will have to excuse me. I wish you restful sleep.
He gracefully bid us good night and left. He can be a little odd, but he seems like a thoroughly noble man. When Elcreed was gone, I looked at Saint Yune. I will excuse myself as well.
Wait, are you going to sleep already? We don't get to go to the depths very often. Let's go outside.
Are you still hungry? No, good night, sir. I said good night. All right, romantic midnight stroll. Why not? That sounds good. Let's go together.
Really?
Yes. Why are you stunned?
I thought you'd press me for a reason and that you'd need convincing. You were a bit reticent.
Well, I don't want you to go out. We don't know this area. So I will go with you. I will protect you.
I won't die. There's no need to protect me.
There is. Your miracles get people hurt, and I know that you hate that. I can use my sword to protect you from that grief.
Grief, huh? I'm not that delicate, but I appreciate the sentiment. Well, let's go, Cyrus. I look forward to your protection.
Leave it to me. Let's do it. We asked one of Elcreed's subordinates to let us out and walked into the nighttime city. Oh, not just the gardens. Aw, he's so happy. She, cannot relax, and he's just like, wow, look at all the colors and the technology.
I can't remember the last time I walked through a city so freely.
A few months?
Well, a few months and some 400 years.
So long ago?
Yeah. Once I became a saint, people started gathering around me wherever I went. I don't hate the attention, but I started feeling empty and fake. Not a lot of people know what I look like here in the depths. Here in the gloom, I don't stand out. I can be just a human being right now, not a saint. I feel so light and happy. I'm glad I came.
Have you ever considered changing outfits once in a while and being incognito that way? Stuff your hair into a hat and wear black clothing. No one will know it's you.
Do you see those illuminations? Arsenclimb invented those. And that machine over there too. And that glowing board. All that technology comes from Arsenclimb.
How do you know?
Maybe we weren't related by blood, but we were still family. I remember all of it like it was yesterday. We both liked serving the people. It made us happy if our technology helped them. We put so much into our research we hardly slept. It makes me happy to see that his inventions endure. Arsenclimb might be gone, but some things outlasted him.
Saint Yune. Can you spot anything that you invented, Saint Yune?
No, I don't think so. Most of what I worked on is inside.
Inside?
Yes. inside the building foundations, inside machines, like power sources. We can't look inside right now, but there might be some things I invented there, here on the surface.
That's pretty cool, actually. Saint Yune smiled and walked ahead a few steps. I grinned. He looked so young, like a boy. Why did you decide to go today? You've been alive for a long time. You had centuries to come down.
It's like I told Elcrete earlier. I was thinking about your family. I used to think that killing your own family is inconceivable. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I did just that. To a lot of them.
Killed them?
Yes. Abandoned them to their death. I could have saved at least some of them, but I left to save myself. In a way, I'm much more of a criminal than you are.
Is that a fair view given the circumstances? The flood was a great catastrophe. I don't think it's your fault.
Maybe. But it hurts. Having survived all that hurts and makes me feel guilty even now. You're right. I could have come down long ago, but I couldn't bring myself to. I'd run away from all of them to survive. After the flood, it took me a while just to accept what had happened. I needed time to understand how much I had abandoned to that fate. Sometimes I worked up the courage to go, but nobody wanted to accompany me. And they didn't want to let me go alone, so I stayed. I'm grateful to you for coming with me.
Not like I had much of a choice.
You really didn't, did you?
I wasn't feeling very motivated when you said you wanted to go to the depths, but I'm glad I came with you.
Did you get something out of this visit as well?
Yes. I'm sorry, but I learned that you are, in fact, a human.
Didn't I talk about myself even before this visit?
You did. A little. But you're still special, a bit different from human beings. I'm sorry.
I see. I guess I know what you mean. Well, I hear some schools teach that I was sent by the heavens.
Yes. They say that you are an immortal messenger of heaven come to bring prosperity to the country.
A messenger of heaven. They say that to me, too. It must have disappointed you, then, to hear that I was born just like you. Even my immortality isn't a miracle. It's just a side effect of my treatment. My personality is the same. The people say that I'm a figure of mercy and grace or something. And out in public I try to live up to that, but I can't do it all the time. It wears me out.
Saint Yune shrugged, saying he was originally a more independent person.
Does that disillusion you?
No, it doesn't. It surprised me to see such a big difference between your private and public persona, but I'm not disappointed now.
Now? As opposed to what?
I will leave that to your imagination. Anyway, I like your humanity and your current personality. Nobody would want a deity as freewheeling as you.
What? Is that a compliment or an insult?
A compliment. Believe me. It couldn't be compared to St. Yune's first walk after centuries, but it's been a while since I could enjoy a quiet night too. I looked up and saw the tower reaching up to pierce the sky. My home was atop it. Oh. Even if the hounds are told where we are, what about the heights? Will the temple officials be upset when we return?
Upset with me? Like they could show it. No, nobody will be upset. And all that just because I'm immortal.
Faith is an anchor for a lot of people. Your presence helps many. I wouldn't say you have no reason to be there.
I guess. But I don't like it when people put me on a pedestal. That just makes me want to die.
Say, Yune, isn't there any way I can make you reconsider that desire?
No. I just want to be at peace. I'm tired of seeing death around me.
Saint Yune said nothing else. The streetlights were glowing softly, casting our shadows onto the pavement. As we moved, our shadows arced across each other, overlapping only to separate again. My time with him felt much the same.